Hello, this is Pixie doing another video. I'm thinking of doing a meditation one, inner earth type thing, because I get a lot of people asking about that, and I do some meditations on it, but not a lot really. And I've got my Lemurian crown that I sometimes use, I don't use it all the time. I don't think you have to. There was a kind of spiritual activation a long time ago. When I started using it, I started feeling a bit more pressure here, and it still seems to stuck with me really, so maybe that did help the spiritual evolution for me. What's something standing over there? Oh, what's that? It's very tall, really. Like a bush, some yeti or something. So yeah, I'm in a beautiful little area. It's all quite relaxing. The birds are singing away, so it's quite relaxing as well. Just let your mind listen to them birds. I mean, literally, you're here with me at the moment, you know, as you're watching this. Doesn't matter what time or space you are. You're here in this moment, because it's just the way the kind of dimensions stretch, really. Like there's pictures in time. Put together, you can make a sequence, make a film, but it's still like snapshots in time. And so, still freaking out. It's like funny. It's just like a big dried up bush. It looks like a person standing there. We'll get snatched while I'm doing this video. All they'll find is a camera here, and that'll be it. I'm not going to pinch any berries. So yeah, you're pretty much with me. We've got some nice flowers either side of us, and birds, some nice blue sky. Not much human activity. I can smell kind of like the grass. I mean, maybe you can smell it as well. You just need to concentrate your nose, and you can smell a kind of fresh air, a cool breeze. I can feel the warm sensation on my skin. It's all good, and you just breathe in, and just to kind of being relaxed in yourself. Any other noises in the background you sort of hear, you can sort of listen to, relax. They're just a part of the scenery really, they're not an interaction or anything. And almost the birds are trying to communicate with us and send us sort of positive vibes as well. So allow yourself just to sort of sink into where you are. So if you sat down, it's good. It's best you find somewhere to relax, and let your mind relax and drift where I am. It's like someone may have lost their dog, and their dog's relaxed and it's gone off somewhere. And the sky's wonderful. We've got some lovely little fluffy clouds there above, the sun. So it's all kind of quite a tranquil day at the moment. So I just want you to relax in on yourself and allow the sensation of your connection to the ground. So you can sense your feet, and as you push down your feet, you'll feel it's kind of like the sensation of the ground. Maybe it's firmer where you are, maybe it's softer. But you can't really feel where your feet end and begin. So they kind of, you can sense where they are, but you can't really sense how far they go. And I think that you got the sensation of a pressure on the ground. But your mind can go beyond that. Your mind can sink deep into the ground like some roots. You can feel your feet. So with your mind, just kind of sense downwards and allow your feet to kind of drift downwards into the ground, and the sensation of depth there. And the rest of your body has a kind of sinking connection to the ground. So you can almost feel your stomach. You feel where your stomach is, that seems to be sinking through. And you feel like almost like you're glued to the surface where you are, and your body is just attached. So you're not separated at all. You can just sort of rest your eyes and still imagine where I am at the moment and where you are as well, because your consciousness is with me. You're riding this wave together, and the sounds and everything are connecting to your mind. So you're basically physically here, and as you breathe, just let your mind feel around your different parts of your body, so you can sense where your feet should be, or maybe they are, maybe they're not. It doesn't really matter. There's a sensation of where your kind of around where your ankles are, and then bones that connect out, which are kind of rooted to the ground, and they're almost like roots running into the ground now. And just allow a nice breath to come in, and to just exhale, and the birds as well. The birds are communicating with us, they're singing to us, and you can feel their pleasant vibes. The sensation of depth into the ground, and our joints are kind of connected like our legs at knee joints. And there's a kind of heaviness in the limbs of the legs, so they feel more and more like they're just attached to the earth. You can sense where they are, you can kind of control them in your mind at some level, but they kind of actually become more deeper. They're sinking into the ground, they're more attached. You can sense underground, you can feel the coolness of the ground, or you can feel the warmth if you're in a warmer environment. I mean, I can feel the warmth from the sun touching across my skin. I can feel like the hairs on my arms are sort of reaching out and touching the environment, like the cool breeze, the air. The current of air around me is connected to me. And it's as if the breeze and the flow is all connected to your body and you're relaxed. And it's as if I'm one of the actual plants here growing out of the ground. And I can feel the energy connected to the ground. And I can feel our minds going deeper, so let your eyes rest now. And then we're going to take a journey in ourselves to somewhere completely different. So my body's surrounded in light, and the room we're going to enter is quite bright. So I want you to see this room in your mind, this white room. And it's almost like we've entered from darkness, like a cave, into a room that's completely white. I want you to focus on this white room and allow your thoughts to come with me on this journey. So there's a kind of holographic monitors. This is two monitors, one to the right and to the left. And the one on the right showing us there's a picture of a female. Her face is kind of slightly elongated. Her hair is blonde, her eyes are blue, and they're very larger than the average human. She's also got some large earrings, and she's kind of wearing something that looks like a bit like a toga, or something maybe somebody from in Greece would wear, so many hundred years ago. Got this white kind of gown on her. Her name is Sophini, or Sophie's fine. It's just a derivative of her name. And there's another one that is, so we go looking to the left monitor, and similar, this person's actually her brother, so there's similar facial looks. His hair is up though, he's got long hair, but it's sort of put back in a ponytail, and he's got like his sideburns are quite sort of squared off, but they're long. So it's almost like Alban in that kind of description of the South. So you see this other being, and his name is Xander. I mean, the actual name is something like Zarshi, but he prefers Xander's fine as a name, as a reference point. So I want to go in there, and I just want your mind to concentrate on any questions, and you might find one of them answers it. And where in front of the monitor there's a crystal kind of panel there. And I just want you to put your hand on that crystal, and then focus on one, and then focus on the answers, and it will come to your mind. So yes, and you can return back to that. So let you just come back slowly, or take your time. There's no time to come back at the moment. Just rest. Allow your mind drift naturally back. I won't count you out. When you want to leave, you just leave through the dark door behind you. It's a dark cave. And then I want you to count in your mind from 10 to 1, and then just open your eyes and look at your feet, and then allow your mind to just take in that you're back here with me, back in this environment, back outside, and then just slowly take into your mind one step further, and then just start observing what's in the room and what's around you, and you will come back. I've relaxed a dragonfly, so is there.